What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Tales and Tangents, where every story leaves something behind: a lesson, a question, a laugh, a warning, sometimes all four. I'm Indigo. Thank you for joining me on my page. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the videos. All right, let's get into it. So, today's story is called My Twin Sister. This is a drama. Today's story is just full of drama. It's called My Twin Sister Took Over My Life and No One Noticed for 2 years. Kelly Price? No, but yeah. So let's get into it. My sister and I are identical twins. We've been answering questions about it our whole lives. Yes, teachers mix us up. Yes, we play pranks. Yes, it's strange to look at someone and see your own face looking back. What people don't ask, what nobody ever asks, is whether it's possible to love someone completely and simultaneously be afraid of them. I've been afraid of my sister since we were 12 years old. I just didn't have the language for it until I was 28. And I found out what she's been doing the previous 2 years. She had been living as me. That's bold. Lauren and I grew up close, as twins often do. But we were always clearly different people. I was quieter, more inward, and I became a librarian. Lauren was magnetic and restless. She moved to cities 4 times in 10 years. She was brilliant and exhausting in equal measure. We all know somebody like that. Our relationship had always had an edge to it that I told myself was normal. The borrowed things that came back broken, small humiliations delivered as jokes, the way she could make me feel with a single look like I was too small for the space I was standing in. A lot of us have, a friend or have had a friend or family member like that. So I feel you, girl. She moved into my city when I was 26. I was glad, genuinely. We had dinner once a week. She met my friends. She came to my workplace, Christmas parties. Looking back, I understand now that she was learning me, not reconnecting. She was studying me. So, it started with a credit card that I hadn't opened, a bill in my name for a car I had no memory of applying for, 18 months of small purchases, restaurants, clothing, a gym membership, in a part of the city I never went to. I called the car company. They read me the address the car was registered to, and it wasn't mine. It was Lauren's current address. I pulled my credit report. I found 3 accounts I didn't recognize, a second credit card, and a short-term loan that was repaid, a mobile phone contract. I found a lease for an apartment in my name at an address I had never been to. Lauren had been using my identity, my name, my date of birth, a copy of my driver's license she photographed without my knowledge, to open financial accounts and rent a property for the last 2 years. Wow. I went to her house. So one day I went to her house. I sat across from her. I put the paperwork on the table and she looked at it and then looked at me and she said she was going to sort it out. Not sorry, not shocked, not the desperate scramble of someone caught doing something that they knew damn well was wrong. She was just like, I'll sort it out. I'll take care of it, as if it was like some type of administrative problem. She told me she needed a clean credit history for a business she was starting, that she meant to close the accounts, that she always known I would have helped her if she asked, so in her logic, she just skipped asking and did it. The worst part wasn't the financial damage, though that took 18 months to resolve. The worst part was how unsurprised I was. Somewhere beneath the shock, some part of me had been waiting for something like this since we were 12. And being right about your fears is a very particular kind of grief. I did not pursue criminal charges. My family asked me not to. I want to be honest about that. I made that choice partly to preserve my peace, and I'm not still certain it was the right one. Lauren moved away 6 months later. We don't speak. At family events, we're polite and do not stand near each other. I spent a year in therapy, mostly unpicking why it had taken me until 28 to name what the dynamic between us had always been. I still love my sister. That's the part people expected me to say I moved past. I haven't. She's also someone I do not trust and cannot safely be close to. Both of these things are true at the same time. You can love people and know that they are harmful. You can grieve the version of the relationship you needed it to be. You are allowed to protect yourself, even from people you love. I'm still a librarian. I still have my name. It's mine. And that's the end of that story. That was a good one. And that's something. That truly is something. Your twin sister. That's hard. That's something I would be traumatized by. And I would literally have, those identity theft monitoring programs. You need like a next level of that because she has your face. Like she literally looks like you. I'm surprised she ain't try to pull the mistaken identity excuse. Like, oh, I didn't say I was you. They must have, you know. But it was just too clear. She had apartments in that girl's name. She had accounts in her name. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And can you imagine that? Being so close to someone that you just know you can't trust. I happen to think, I really truly believe that is more common than, people even speak about. When you speak to people and you connect and you get close, I hear a lot of people that are living with people that they are in fear of. Not in fear that they're going to physically harm you, but you just know you really can't trust them when it comes down to certain things. And that's bizarre to me. That's bizarre. A lot of those situations are like roommates. You know what I mean? I live with some roommates, but I know I couldn't trust that person, or I know I couldn't, that's wild. But imagine that being your very twin sister or brother, your twin, someone with your same face. That's hard. That's really hard. I would have to be in therapy for life because it's like, it's your face. And the feelings, the anger, the frustration that you have is not towards you, but it's kind of a mind fuck. I don't know how twins deal with stuff like that. I'm not a twin, and I never would have wanted to be because I am very serious about my individuality, more so than I even knew. When it comes to having to conform and do something that everybody is doing, that gets under my skin in another type of way. So I would have been that twin that like, I want another color. I want something different. I'm me. But that was a really, really good story. I'm glad that she found out and she got to the bottom of it, and she was smart and wise enough to establish some boundaries for her twin sister. Establish some boundaries, even at family events. Like she said, we are cordial, but we not going to stand next to each other. We not going to be cool. We not going to act like we the twins. Every family got the twins. No, she's Lauren and I'm me, period. So that story was cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you have a story that you would like me to read on the channel, just shoot me an email. All right. See you guys next time. Peace out.